Hi guys, my name's Sean Finney, Sales and Product Development Manager for ConceptChemicals and Coatings in Manchester, and welcome to another Ask the Professor. And today's Ask the Professor is more compound testing. It's a request that's coming from a partner in the USA, and they're asking if we can actually test our P12 and P40 against that of the Meguiars 101, 105 and 205. So let's do the tests. So we're going to do our tests on this bonnet, which is a Lessenol HS420 clear coat. It's obviously been flattered and polished on numerous occasions, so it's going to be a pretty good test for all the products. So the abrasive system that we're going to use, it's the 3M abrasive system, which is going to be a 1500 abrasive disc via a DA, no wet sanding. And then what we're going to do, we'll measure the product out. A spoonful, we're going to have a running time of approximately 1 minute and 30 seconds, providing the products will go that long. And then what we're going to do, we'll inspect the surface areas prior to degreasing them, re-inspect them after we've degreased the surface. So it's all going to be a timed event, measured out product. We're going to use the Meguiars pads with the Meguiars products, the surface pads with the surface products, and let's see how the products compare. So let's do it. So there you've got it, folks. The surface area has been flattered using a 1500 abrasive disc from 3M. So now what we're going to do, we're going to degrease the surface just to make sure that there's nothing on there that's going to interfere with the machining process, so we can actually judge the products on their own merits. So this is a ZIRCONITE panel prep as a degreaser. It's a very efficient and thorough degreaser, an ideal product for use as an inspection tool after the machining process, because it tends to remove anything off the surface, any form of residue, oil, grease, any fillers, it will actually remove them. So it's a very, very good degreaser in its own right. That's the ZIRCONITE panel prep. So there we have it. We're going to actually machine polish 3 sections. The first section is going to be the Meguiars 101. The middle section is going to be with the P12 XTRA, and then the final section is going to be with the 105. Just so we've got our products in the middle, so we can actually see and compare all 3 against this particular product. So as we said earlier, I'm going to use the W7000 Meguiars pad with the Meguiars products, and I'm going to use the P15 white cutting foam with the P12 XTRA. Not sending me a lot of product here to try, but let's give it a whirl. Feels quite grainy, quite gritty. I used to use this product many years ago. I actually thought it was quite a good product. But let's see how we compare with ours. Now move on to the 105. Just clean everything up and ready to go. So this one actually feels a little bit more liquid than the 101 sample that I've got. Whether that's the size of the packaging and it's giving it more room to move around, but it certainly feels a little bit more liquid. all we need to do is actually remove the residues from the surface. So at this point we're not actually going to degrease, we're just going to look at what all the surfaces have actually delivered from an initial machining perspective. So we're looking at basically scratch removal and finish at the moment prior to degreasing. So all the residues are relatively easy to remove. So now let's inspect the surface area. This is the Meguiars 101 prior to degreasing. So now guys, the moment of truth, as we all know that initially the majority of compounds in the marketplace are going to leave a nice glossy finish. So what we need to do is actually try and simulate by using the degreasers what the vehicle will look like after leaving it outside in ambient temperatures after two or 3 days after machine polishing. So again, using the ZIRCONITE panel prep, I really like this product. It's one of the, as I've said earlier, it's one of the most efficient degreasers that I've actually come across in the marketplace. It does really pull any oils and fillers out of compounds, just to see what you would be left with 2 or 3 days after the machining process. So let's just pop it all off and have a look. So what I've done, I've degreased the top half and left the bottom half. So you've got a pre and post machining finish. So this is the Meguiars 101. So that's the bottom section that's actually pre-degreasing. We move into the top section, which is the finish that we would expect after 2 or 3 days outside. So this is the post machining process after degreasing. So just to verify that it is the 101. So we bring it back down again so we don't miss anything. Yeah. And then we move across to our P12 extra. Again, the bottom half is pre-degreasing, and then the top half is post-degreasing. So again, just bring it back down again. So that's post-degreasing, and then the bottom section is pre-degreasing. So quite transparent. The Meguiars 105. So the bottom section is pre-degreasing, and then we move into the top section. That's post-degreasing. So again, I'll just bring it down just so we can see everything.
Training school today because we're obviously testing in the wet bay area as well at the moment. So there you have it guys, that's the product comparisons or compound comparisons with the P12 Extra against that of the Meguiars 101 and the 105. So again, I'm going to let you be the judge of which product, if any, has actually outperformed and left the best finish. Also we've got scratch removal and finish. You've obviously seen all surface areas obviously pre-machined, you've seen the preparation, you've seen the the post and pre-degreasing sections of it. So again, for me, I think the results are pretty much in your face. So if you've got any comments or you've got any questions, obviously put them in the comment section below. If indeed you want us to do any more product comparisons, I welcome some comments or some requests to do some chemical comparisons, because all it seems to be at the moment is compounds. And I appreciate why. It's obviously, once you've actually cleaned the car, the actual finish that you attain if you're putting coatings on is very, very important. So if you like it, hit the like button. Failing that, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Obviously put any comments in the comment section below, but we look forward to receiving your requests. So this is Sean Finney signing off.